Hi, I'm Jess Matthews. I'm the Associate Director and Senior Assistant Dean here at Stanford Summer Session. And I have two students from 2012 sitting here with me. They both attended Summer Session last summer, and they're here with some reflection and wisdom and thoughts for potential students and applicants for summer 2013 and beyond. So I'm going to have them introduce themselves.
My name is MacKenzie Ward, and my former university was the University of Tulsa in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I studied business management with a focus on entrepreneurship.
Hi, I'm Wangui Kariuki, and I'm currently attending the University of British Columbia, and I'm going into international relations and economics. And yes, I'm here to speak with these two lovely ladies.
So how did y'all decide to come to Stanford Summer Session? What was the process? What were you thinking about? What were some other options?
It was between Stanford and doing at UBC, and I thought I might as well get out of Vancouver and take this experience elsewhere. And I also have family in California, so that was like a quick decision. But I really like the values that Stanford has and what they put out for other people. And for me, it was, can I go somewhere where I'll enjoy myself, but I'll also get a really good academic experience?
For me, I think I was in the third semester at TU, and I was paying for my education, probably enrolled in 21 credit hours per semester, not quarter, and working full-time, just going non-stop, racing through my education. And I had this little plaque on my desk, and it says, "What would you attempt to do if you could not fail? If you knew you could not fail?" And it kind of haunted me. Every morning I would wake up and I knew I wasn't being challenged, and I wasn't being fed in a way that I felt very driven and ambitious. For the first time, I didn't feel that drive. So I literally felt in the shower one morning, you've got to get out of here for a summer. Don't work. Don't save up money. And it's going to be hard for you to do that. But slow down. And this is your one opportunity to go to school. And go see where you can get another perspective at what an education is. So I looked online at Summer Session, found out that Stanford does offer a quarter for the summer for students that don't already go to Stanford, and I applied. I thought there's no chance I can get in. You know, I'm just from Oklahoma. Surely they're looking for people that have already graduated, maybe they're doing continuing education, and that's what really encouraged me to apply.
Right now we're in the application process for 2013. So we have students submitting applications, submitting their paperwork, getting their ID numbers, getting excited. What advice do you have for them, or what do you wish that you had known when you were in this part of the process?
I would say apply. Don't have any just apply with who you are. Don't change anything. Don't modify any facts about yourself to be the person you think Stanford wants to hear, because at the end of the day, you are an individual, whether you know your life, so you think you're just like everyone else, but you're not familiar to anyone else. So apply with who you are and just have confidence in that. And at the end of the day, it's really not that hard. Just submit the application is my best advice.
Yeah, to second what MacKenzie's saying, when I was applying, I was really nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be a bunch of smart people, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to keep up with the work. And for me, I was trying to take I took 4 classes, and I got here, and what I'd say is keep an open mind. You never know. I got here, the professors were really helpful, my peers were really helpful. Like, people just wanted to go out and do stuff, and it wasn't overwhelming in terms of workload, because as long as you can keep a good pace and know yourself, how do you work, how will you socialize and all that, then you'll be fine. Just keep an open mind, because like now I'm friends with MacKenzie, and that's not something that I came in thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make lifelong friends. But yeah, just keep an open mind. Keep it.
Great. But what did you gain that totally blew you away?
I definitely gained what I like to call a global perspective. It's definitely a hot topic word. Everyone throws it around, but I think I gained my own definition for a global perspective. So I finally was having peer relationships with my professors, and I really felt mentorship from them, becoming friends, calling them by their first name, which was very, very new to me. And those professors that have come from a past that's pretty prestigious, and they've done a lot of things, and they want to teach now. They're choosing just to teach. They have relationships in Singapore, relationships globally, and then I meet a friend that is a peer from Kenya. So now if I want to go to Kenya, hopefully I have a place. And I have friends. I just got a message on Facebook from a friend in London. She says, my mom is looking for someone to do this job. If you want it, people are always thinking about you. And if you're yourself and you come and you put yourself out there, then that's what you gain. And beyond the amazing education and the awesome weather, the sunshine, the great food in the city, you also gain networking and connections that I seriously don't see going away anytime soon.
I totally agree. Networking especially. I also have a friend who's in the UK, and he's like, you have to come, we can tour, and we can go to Europe, and all of this crazy stuff, and I'm like, I'm at UBC, and it is also a very big university with lots of students from everywhere, but the connection formed here in such a short amount of time, I think that's what stands out to me the most, is that I'm still here. I can talk to Jess and be like in connection with people who I only met for maybe 2-3 months most.
Right.
And that to me stands out the most, is that it's not that Stanford appears to be it has a reputation, and its academic reputation can be intimidating. So when you can strip that off and be like, oh my gosh, these are just people who want to hang out sometimes, grab coffee, and like you said, come to Kenya. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I have to ask this next question. It's contractually obligated. Where do you guys see yourself in the future? Like, what are your plans? And I know that can be challenging, but what do you see yourself doing?
Working with my mom quite a bit, because she does investments.
Okay.
Stocks, bonds, real estate, and that to me, I love the idea of being able to go to a place, pick a building, refurbish it, and sell it or rent it out to other people. So I think to do entrepreneurship, but I'd also love to do some acting, because that's my passion. So I'd love to go into acting. In October, I was part of a new film that's coming out called Cinema Novel by Terry Miles, and being on set, it just took me back. I was like, oh my goodness, if I really could, I'd love to act and just be there, help out. The teamwork, the feeling of being with other people who are working towards a common goal, that really, really stands out to me. But yes, I think it would be between those two, acting and also doing some entrepreneurial work.
So Chloe and I actually met in entrepreneurial communications. It's a course in public speaking, and I thought, I'm going to be in this class with a whole bunch of high schoolers and I can speak just fine. And turns out the class absolutely, and of course it introduced me to Chloe and changed everything I thought about how I'm seen whenever I'm speaking in a large group, even now. It struck a note with me. I want to go into communications of some sort. Entrepreneurship is also really big to me. Right before coming to Stanford, I was an apprentice to a chocolatier in Tulsa. And so I'm always a fan of learning a trade. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you can market yourself, and you have a specific thing that you can do. If the world all fails, come to me for your chocolate.
Yes.
And that's where, so of course that's a hobby of mine, and whether I'm going to monetize that in my job for entrepreneurship or not, it's definitely on the horizon. Aside from that, I'd like to have a role in leadership and work with people directly, and possibly in a small startup environment, so everyone feels like you're making progress in that day, and you can see it's quantifiable. Everyone has to work together and do a little bit of everything, so that's kind of what keeps me driven. And definitely coming to Stanford over the summer has shown me exactly what keeps me ambitious and keeps me motivated and driven, and the most positive person I can be for my environment.
Great. Well, I'd like to thank you both for coming and for visiting us. I know it's not as warm as it is during the summer. And I'd like to invite people watching to learn more about Summer Session. Our website is summer.stanford.edu. You'll find all about our programs, our courses, our extracurriculars, our housing, our dining. Really, any question you have will be answered. And you can also apply. The online application process is quick, it's easy, and I encourage you to apply and to join us for 2013.